Edit this out.
No.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Pull Up Experience Podcast Edition.
Yes.
Well, I got a treat for y'all. I'm back, first of all. No, I'm just kidding. But on top of me, we got Michael, y'all. And if you do not know, this is the guy that you definitely need to know.
Yes.
If you are in the home buying business, home selling business, or really just want a good look around something, around your house or your property to see what all needs to be inspected, this is the man that you definitely want to see. And speaking of inspectors, he's got all the gadgets. So when it comes to video footage, drone footage, or anything like that to make sure that they get every nook and cranny that you need, this is the man with the master plan. Without further ado, I'd love to introduce you guys to Michael. But Michael, you can tell the people way better than me. Tell them more about yourself.
Hello, how you doing today, everybody? I'm Michael Vaden. I am operator and owner of CJ Solid Foundation, Ohio. The franchise is located here in Ohio, DC, Maryland, and Virginia. We just recently sold and opened up our 5th franchise in Georgia. Nice. So we have an outside person that actually wanted to invest and buy a franchise from us. They purchased the franchise, and we are walking through them, being live support for their new business venture.
We gotta get back to that. I don't think us as the people know about the concept of franchising, so we'll get back to that. I'm gonna put a pin in that.
Okay.
But let's welcome back Beyonce, by the way. She's back, you know what I'm saying? She's going about 8 episodes ago, but she's back, you know what I'm saying, doing her thing for usual being intro killer.
He is so aggravated,
you know
y'all. We're apologizing in advance for Brandon being Brandon today.
But I really wanted to shout out Mike, because Mike has been supporting the Pull Experience from the beginning, y'all. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I appreciate you,
man. Posting everything, you know what I'm saying? Shout us out. I can't tell you thank you, bro.
Absolutely. You know what I'm
saying? Because everyone had the reason why we did the Pull Experience, because everyone's trying to say in Cleveland we don't support each other and whatnot. But bro, you've been supporting from the beginning. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we didn't know each other.
No, that's what I'm saying. Right. You know what I'm saying? But now we're family now. You know what I'm saying?
He getting gang right now.
Yeah, but we didn't know each other. I just try to put that energy out into the world, and as you can see, it was returned to me.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because that's what it's about. It's actually supporting. You know what I mean? Being able to get grounded and be with your people. You know what I mean? And that's what we're doing here. So that's the whole purpose of me being here and you guys being here. So it's definitely something that I appreciate. You know what I mean? And I like to put out the good, positive energy into the world.
We appreciate it, bro. So let's start from the beginning, man. Tell us how all got started, man. Did you grow up saying, you know what I'm saying, I like houses, I want to know how to inspect them. Like, how did it start, man?
No, well, actually I didn't. I got a background, of course. I actually am I'm a felon, so I actually had restrictions on what type of job that I was going to get once I turned 18, 19 years old. So I got it early in my life. And when it came to home inspecting, I initially already had about 3 or 4 years in doing handyman work and contracting. So when I ran across a home inspector, I went to work with him, and I seen what he was doing, and I actually got paid for my portion of the inspection that he showed me to do. And when I got paid, it was like I was highly interested, because I got like $50 for the first hour that I was working. So I'm like, okay, I'm coming from a job. How do I make, you know what I mean, $50 an hour other than, you know what I mean, doing something like this? Like, I don't think it's gonna happen without me going to school or some type of paid education.
Right.
So what I did was go online, find out what type of classes that I needed to take for home inspection. They actually had a $500 class called Internachi, and it gave you it was the only accredited home inspection school in the United States at the time.
Wow.
The only accredited school. So I was like, yeah, if I go here, it's like going to Harvard.
Right.
They're the only people with the Department of Education's accreditation. So I went and I got the license. I got the certification. Once I got the certification, I told my mentor at the time, the person that introduced me to home inspection, I told him, hey, I got my certification. I think I'm gonna start my own home inspection company. So I did. I started All Reliable Inspection Service, which is still an active home inspection company now. So when I started All Reliable, I made my business cards, I got my t-shirts, started promoting. And one of my first clients was my cousin, Brian. He actually owned multiple properties here, and he was my first customer. He paid me for a home inspection. Then my second customer was one of my friends, Silky. He's a realtor now.
Oh, that's what's up. Silk.
Right.
Shout out to Silk. Silk, come on the show, man.
Realtor, man. Silky
Come on,
realtor.
man. Come on the show, bro.
He was my second client.
Yeah.
And he called me out because I was doing roofing. And he like, man, I need a roof inspection. I never seen you in the house, so I'm not about to have my client pay for a full inspection, and I don't know what you're capable of doing. But I do know you're capable of doing a roof inspection.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I seen you on the roofs multiple times on your page. So he gave me the shot. I went and did the inspection. It was actually for one of our fellow classmates at East Tech. They graduated with us. Right. So fast forward, once my father-in-law, who is the mentor that I'm talking about, that owns the other companies, realized that I had the initiative to start the business on my own, you know what I mean, and get clients. It was a good business decision and a family decision to be like, hey man, why don't you start the franchise up here in Ohio? Now what that did was unlock me to every aspect of the company that we were already qualified for. So I was able to get trained by a 25-year inspector on how to run a complete inspection company, as opposed to just being an inspector. You know what I mean? Because that's what I'm doing, is actually running the company. You know what I mean? So it's not just going to inspection. You know, I have to advertise, market. I have to pull in customers. I have to, you know what I mean, do grounded conversations with people and make sure that they understand what type of service I provide. So it's a multifaceted business that I have to conduct. And he seen that, and he offered me, you know what I mean, franchise opportunity that I couldn't deny.
Godfather, you know what I'm saying?
I got godfathered into the information, you know what I mean? And I listened and I applied the knowledge that I was receiving.
That's good. I don't want people to dismiss what you just said right there. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people, and I'm not knocking college, I mean, Marquita is a valedictorian, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to that, you know what I'm saying? To that, you know what I'm saying? But for people, because I know me, I hated school. Oh, I hated school so much. But me, I'll play mentorship all day. You know what I'm saying? Because a mentor will take you so much further than what you're trying to do, what you're trying to do on your own, guys.
And I agree.
You know what I'm
As a
saying?
valedictorian from college, I definitely agree.
Exactly.
The mentor will take you far.
Yep.
Yeah, the mentor will take you way further than a degree.
Absolutely, absolutely, hands down. So don't dismiss that, guys. And you know what I'm saying? And my thing is this, come from a place of contribution. Maybe you don't have the money right now. Maybe you have the energy, or maybe you have the time. And in exchange for someone giving you knowledge, maybe you can give them your time. You know what I'm saying? Do something that they don't have the time to do. You know what I'm saying? The money, maybe they don't need any money. They have more than enough money. They don't need it. They might need something that you can offer. You know what I'm saying? In exchange for them giving you the knowledge that's gonna help you get to where you want to be a whole lot faster. Because mind you, they didn't done what you needed to do, and what you have not to go over the hurdles they went through, you get there so much more faster.
Yeah, you get a sense of direction. Man.
Absolutely.
An undeniable sense. Because you actually see the finished product. You see a successful progress in business. You know what I mean?
That's good stuff right there.
You see the numbers. That's what
the numbers don't change.
The numbers not going to change.
Right.
So, you know, all you got to do is look on them different point of sale accounts and it'll show you, you know what I mean, what's valuable, you know what I mean, what's not valuable, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. So, my bad.
I was just saying versus things that just have you running around in circles as opposed to making progress. You know, that's what we're here to do.
Absolutely, bro. So let me hear some of the horror stories you had. I know, listen, as a real estate agent, I've been in some house, I'm like, somebody died here. Definitely someone died here. You know what I'm saying? This is haunted or something like that.
Okay, horror story concerning the actual property?
Or just home inspection horror story. That people, I got a two-part question, because what are some of the things people don't know about home inspection, and what are misconceptions people might have about home inspection?
Okay, all right. Because I never had too many horror stories about home inspection, because I love doing home inspections. I don't have no problem servicing my community.
That's what's up.
But as far as some of the most interesting things that's happened while I was doing home inspection, or the things that you say, things that people wouldn't be aware of, misconceptions. Most people think that home inspection is evaluation or an estimate on what needs to be done in the house, and that's far away from what a home inspection is. A home inspection is specifically a non-invasive, thorough inspection. So you're gonna go overboard non-invasively. What I mean by that is, I'm gonna really look deeply at your light switch. You know what I mean? I'm gonna really look at your light socket to make sure that it's grounded. I'm gonna really make sure that the actual electrical panel has a ground rod that's running from the box to outside.
Right.
I'm not gonna tell you nothing about the code or anything that's a correct way of handling things.
Yeah.
I'm only there to just give you insight about what I see. You know what I mean? So people think that a home inspector is coming in to be anal like building inspectors.
Right.
We're not building inspectors.
Right.
We're not licensed to go to the state of Ohio building code and conduct inspections. We are private inspectors that come in and conduct inspections over the main components and find out safety issues inside. That's the only thing that I'm going to be making you aware of. That's why Solid Foundations is a different company than other home inspection companies because we are not focused on, I want to say, gaslighting the problems. We focused on identifying what it is that we see and giving you a report about it. Because this report is going to be used for negotiating tools with the seller.
I'm glad you bring that up because I don't think enough people realize that when you guys looking to get that home, don't skip on that inspection. I don't care what they say. They can tell you.
They have been culprits for a long time.
Yeah, listen. Because you know what I'm saying? Because you'll kick yourself if you don't do it. You definitely will.
Yes.
And like you just said, like I said, negotiating tactic. Because once again, you can list these things that are wrong with the house, and you can bump that price down. So don't skip on the inspection. I don't care if they tell you it's a must. Well,
yeah, there's multiple ways, man. Like there's multiple ways that you can actually negotiate. You know what I mean? You can negotiate and get money off. You can negotiate and get a credit towards.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? You can negotiate and you can get an actual component purchase. So you get the work done. They might make a deal with you that they'll pay for the labor. You pay for the materials. There's all different type of ways to negotiate. You know what I mean? That's what makes you a good business person.
Absolutely. Just don't take what they give you. You know,
Ever.
Thank you. Ever. I think it might be the title of the episode. Don't say what they give you. Ever. Put the
big
ever on there.
Right. Okay, so boom. Okay, so we talked about that. Okay, so. And then let's talk about the drones, bro. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do your thing with drones, man. Like, I don't lie, I watch me movies, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I think you about to drop a bomb on the city or something.
When I got my drone up there,
oh, I'm like, oh, man, like that, like, I don't know why I be thinking that, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but
man.
how do you even get into that, man? Like, how do you think, all right, let's pop a drone at one time?
All right, because first of all, my mentor, CJ, Chris Jackson, that's the actual beginning owner and founder of CJ Solid Foundation. He actually, you know, recommended all the tools that I would purchase to begin my new business and our new business. And once I seen the quality of tools that he had, I was like, hey, I'm paying for them, so I might as well buy a better quality. Since I got the option, since it's my company in another state, you know what I mean? I know I won't be making the business look bad by buying better tools.
Right.
So that was my logic in it. And I looked up all the specs on the different drones. I had never flew a drone, I never had a drone before.
Oh, really?
Right.
See, I would have thought this was like your hobby.
Absolutely not.
Because the videos are like this.
No. This is a God-given talent. They trained me from playing the game. They had to train me. Seriously. And I don't even play the game on the regular, but the time that I did play the game and I was using the analog sticks, I feel like that trained me for specifically. They got a Grand Theft Auto portion of the game where you gotta fly a helicopter, and when you fly in a helicopter,
I played good so long, bro.
it was a long time ago. You know what I mean? But when I flew the helicopter, they had us going through like you had to fly the helicopter through like circles like the one we looking at. You know what I mean? And I was able to do that. And I think looking at the screen and having that analog stick, it feels the same way as it did on that mode of the game.
That was good.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You're
So
practicing.
when I took the drone up in the air, I felt like I was in the drone because it was like a first person feel because I was able to look at the screen. Man, it's been amazing ever since. Man. As soon as I got that drone, I put it up in the air. I seen the video quality. It was the only camera that they had that offered 8K quality. So I know I don't even have I got a great TV. I don't have an 8K.
I ain't never 8K. That's
2022, 23 businesses don't have an 8K.
That's just risky right there.
Right. So I was like, let me see what the 8K about.
Yeah.
And I took it up in the air. I seen the quality. I was like, damn, this is like a movie.
Mm.
So as soon as I did my first video, I'm like, at Tyler Perry, I'm doing a video. I ain't know which way to go, but I was trying to go the right route.
That's quality right there. Let's shoot a movie, Tyler.
Yeah, I'm ready to shoot a movie.
Yeah.
I don't care about nothing else. Whatever scene you'll give me, if it's 5 seconds left,
Let's shoot
I can do this. Look at this picture.
It is 8K.
Tyler didn't hit me up, so I had to move forward to advertising my business to local businesses that was close to me. And within a week, you know what I mean, I made the money back that I paid for the drone. 7 days later, I had Ohio City Barbecue, located on West 25th. They just had to recently change their name.
Shout to
They had to change their name, and we understand that we not have no affiliation to City Barbecue. So I'm gonna make sure that they know that. But he had a technical difficulty; he had to change his name because of that. But I definitely did an advertising for them. And I ended up making, they called me back 3 different times, so I ended up making like $1,200 off of the drone now. So just off that one client, I made that, you know what I mean? And
we got Paul right there, bro. I be trying to get y'all. I hope y'all got your notebooks out. Y'all seen the nuggets that he just dropped right there, because he made the investment in his business. In that same week, he made money right back to the investment he made. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I always feel like this when it comes out to my business. I will gamble on myself before I gamble on anything else. You know what I'm saying? And I'll make that investment. That might be a course. That might be a training. You know, Marquita, she stayed traveling. You know what I'm saying? That might be a conference. You know what I'm saying? But whatever it may be, gamble on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, the return. By the way, she'll know what RI. You gotta explain what RI is.
Tell them I was just about to be
So just in case, because Marquita don't know, what was RI real quick?
Return
You
on
cannot
investment.
wait till I got back.
You know, I've been holding that in. I ain't gonna lie, I've been holding that in. I've been holding that. And I did while you was gone too, by the way. So when you watch the episode, you'll see it. You know
I
what I'm saying?
see. Marquita don't know. She at home watching, don't know.
So,
it's his favorite line.
It is my favorite line. It really is.
Anyways, y'all, for those who didn't hear Michael, he said it was the return on investment.
Yes. That's
on investment.
That's what I mean, guys.
Important.
Remember that. You know what I'm saying? You're never going. When you make investment in yourself, you're always gonna see the return on investment on that. So,
I gotta, my bad, but I gotta speak about a return on investment that I just got, because most of the time, almost every time, we speaking of monetary value. But most of the time in my life, when I'm speaking of profit or returning on investment, sometimes like I'm speaking of monetary, but most of the time I'm talking about my time. Literally returning my time to be able to do whatever I want to do is my profit. You know what I mean?
That's
my
right.
return on investment. So being able to have this conversation right now with you guys is part of my profit.
Listen,
I was able to make this. You know,
bomb drop. We need to invest in that.
Right.
For sure. You know what I mean? And to go out there today, that was part of my, you know what I mean, my profit of my life. I worked to be able to get the opportunity to do things like that. So that's something that I've really been focusing on, is getting a return, physical and spiritual return, as opposed to a return financially. You know what I mean? Because the money is a byproduct, for sure, of your work. But when it comes to what about the money? What about the money is not satisfying to you? You know what I mean? The money can't help us, you know what I mean? Provide happiness, you know what I mean? And honestly, you know what I mean? Like, so what I really get is being able to walk, you know what I mean? Having time to be able to take myself 7 in the morning, go take a 2-mile walk, 5-mile walk, an hour and a half maybe, you know what I mean? That's a profit for me. I look at it like that.
Okay,
I'm able to benefit myself. It's not no crime, man, because everybody's not able to do that. Some people is working like a slave to make nothing.
Yeah, man, drop the bomb.
In the rat race.
Drop the
So we
bomb.
gotta take advantage, you know what I mean, of when we actually able to succeed, because that's the success to not be in the rat race. You know what I mean?
True.
So we gotta look at that, and we get to not be in the rat race.
So tell them about how you actually reinvest your time now that you have had the opportunity to kind of put some time in, spend some time out, and now you give back to the community. Can we touch on that?
That's fine, absolutely. A lot of the things that I do or some of the things that I do to invest into myself, reinvest into myself, I do community work. We got a nonprofit organization called Renew Cleveland.
Shout out
Shout out to
to
Renew
organizing.
Cleveland.
I'm next up, y'all. Y'all put me gang, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. My guy Cam.
Shout out to Cam,
He's
man.
a head guy, man. He's one of the directors for the nonprofit organization.
What episode was Cam? 32? No, he wasn't 32. He was like 33, 34.
Yeah, multiple episodes, right?
No, he
Yeah,
He was
one.
in
He
one
on
big
one.
one.
Yeah, he go,
But,
yeah.
yeah, we do shout
You
out
gotta lift
Cam
that
a lot.
episode.
Yeah, we
Cam,
always
Cam,
shout
you know
out
what?
Cam,
We
man.
always
Cam is
shout
cool,
you out
man.
for real,
For
cause
real, man. And me and Cam, you know, we met under different circumstances, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We actually were incarcerated when we met.
Yeah.
You know, so we both are felons, you know what I mean? And that's something that I really wanted to touch on as opposed to what I spend my time doing, because it lightweight coincide because I actually give back insight,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and give people understanding. I actually go talk to my community, you know what I mean? We go down to the men's shelter and we talk to men and tell them that, hey,
That's dope.
it's an opportunity out here for you still.
Mhm.
I'm a felon. How you doing? You know what I mean?
Right.
I was one of the people that had a stigma on them that maybe could have fell into the lines of thinking that they weren't able or weren't capable of doing something. You know what I mean? I just pulled in 6 figures last month. This is a factual, you know what I mean, for my business. So this is something that I want everybody to
That is
understand,
good,
that you actually could change and be successful, you know what I mean, the legal route. And by doing God's work, you know what I mean, because we provide information to our community. And our community making financial decisions. So, you know what I mean, we can't talk about God and not talk about ourselves being taken care of. You know what I mean? So we making major financial decisions. And we need to have, you know what I mean, God's people working with us.
That's what's up.
Period. You know what I mean?
So basically, you're saying you're gonna start doing airtime and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Motivational speaker. That's the next stuff for you. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, anybody that know me know I've been a motivational speaker my whole life. Period. I've been a motivational speaker. I just wasn't doing the right things to get people to fall in line. You know what I mean? Now that I'm doing positive things, you know what I mean, constantly,
Right.
and seeking knowledge, seeking wisdom, and applying that knowledge and wisdom that I get, is like, it's resonating clear for me. You know what I mean? It makes sense. I got a purpose.
Yeah.
It's purposeful. For sure.
That's good stuff right there, Mike.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So that's what I'm saying. So y'all heard it first. Exclusive on the pull-up experience. My man Mike, you know what I'm saying? You need to schedule him to come speak to your school, your university, your next event. Come hire him, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
all the
definitely.
contact information in the bio, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll be there, man. I'll be there. It excites me to be able to provide that information to our community. You know, being a home inspector, we got less than 7% home inspectors that's African American in the whole United States.
For real. Hey.
So I don't know the numbers on how many black home inspection companies it is, but if it's only 7% of black home inspectors, then I can imagine what the numbers is on home inspection companies
Right.
that own the company.
Right.
100%. You know what I mean? I can imagine it's not that many of them. So I promote camaraderie in the industry for a specific standpoint, so that our presence could be felt. You know what I mean?
That's dope right there.
You know what I mean? It makes sense, because me personally, when I go to my inspections, I actually bring other home inspection companies to my inspections.
That's dope.
You get it?
Yeah.
So I really show the camaraderie that I'm asking for in the
That's
home
what's up.
inspection industry. It's not for me to get a piece of your money, you know what I mean? Because it's millions of dollars out here for us that we're not touching.
Speak that.
You know what I mean? So it's not for me to get a piece of your money. We don't get a button, man.
We need a button, man.
I got a partner, man.
Man, listen,
Partner,
man. We need.
We're gonna have a button. That's what we need.
Listen,
I get the button, man.
I need to drop the bombs. You know what I'm saying? Like my man DJ. Envy, yeah. Drop the bombs when you drop them dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's real stuff.
Yeah, it's real. We need to be together, man. Honestly, when there's not a lot of us, I use it like I use the example like let's say you got a half a gallon of ice cream and you got either chocolate chips or you got a chocolate chip cookie. The chocolate chip cookie gonna get way more attention paid to it because it's one whole cookie sitting inside that gallon, half a gallon, than the chips that's spread about.
Yeah.
I like we can pick around the chips, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
the chips ain't really that major to me. But that whole cookie, I like, well, you might have to take a bite out of that and see what it tastes like.
Okay.
Seriously, it just demands a different presence. You know what I mean? So I promote that because it's a new industry. You know what I mean? It's not a new industry, it's a new industry to us. We tapping into it. I feel that sharing knowledge, you know what I mean, is not going to do nothing but benefit us. You know what I mean? I know a lot about the home inspection industry. Ohio was just licensed in July of last year. Ohio doesn't know a lot about the home inspection industry. You get it? We come with 20 years of licensed inspection experience. 20 years of DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Those are the most influential areas. We in Prince George County, Maryland. So that's the most influential area in the United States. So that's where all of us are making money and putting it back into the community. We're not putting it back into an unregulated community. We're doing it right. So all I want my people to understand is the right information is here, and if you tap in, you know what I mean, it'll be a quicker process of you learning the information. I'm not here to hoard information. You know what I mean? I want to give it to more people. That's what the whole point of having this business, you know what I mean, and even coming on the show, you know what I mean, to give people information. So it's really important to me that people tap in, you know what I mean, and actually reach out for information regarding the home inspection industry. If you're in home inspections, or if you're interested in getting home inspections, you know what I mean? Because it's a lot of information out here, you know what I mean, that we didn't have going into the business. You know, and I know that because I'm able to see front line the difference between someone calling for a home inspection. Hey man, you don't need a home inspection. You already purchased the property. You need a property evaluation. Other home inspection companies may not even offer property evaluations. They don't know that that's a service that's available.
Bro, I ain't know.
I'm telling you, man, it's a different type of information.
You know that.
Because we in regulated DC, Maryland, and Virginia, where it's millions of dollars get spent on 800 square feet. It gotta be right.
No,
and in Cleveland, we not used to getting the information this quick. So I understand people's standoffishness, but it's here. You know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. Every report that I done did has been thorough. I haven't had any bad reviews, but not the bad review they could call me. Because I was trained that if I had a bad review, it could ruin my whole career.
So okay, because I want to just a couple things you said, and I think that a lot of people are not aware of it in the real estate industry. It is very marginalized. I think it's less than 3% of black realtors, appraisers. We're talking about contracts. We're talking about across the board. Not enough of us, regardless. I'm kind of sorry I'm not saying I can real estate. I like being real estate, but I'm talking about like I really wish if I go back, I probably would have become a appraiser because like I didn't realize
the gap.
It's really is. And I think not enough of us know about. You don't have to be a real estate agent. When you get a real estate, it's so many careers you can get into. You can do so many different things. I know when we get a real estate, I gotta be a real estate agent. No, you can be an appraiser. You can inspector. I should have been appraiser.
What about even a land surveyor?
Exactly, land surveyor. Exactly. It's so many things we can do as a people, and I think we get stuck on real estate agent. You see Netflix, you see these shows, you see HGTV. You missing the bigger picture. There's so much ways to make money in real estate might be funny. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And like you said, 7%. That's crazy.
That's crazy for the whole United States.
For the whole United States, that's crazy.
So just imagine this. Even another thing, a jewel I'm dropping for Ohio.
Oh, snap! It's here.
I just told you I was going to Youngstown. If it's only 7%, and everybody coming to inspector in the major cities, the money's still out there for all the other small cities. So we all focus. Just imagine this: Atlanta, Georgia. We just opened a franchise, sold a $100,000 franchise in Georgia. Solid foundation that's active right now. Okay, they're unregulated. So all the inspectors are in Atlanta area because that's the known area. So our inspector is not in Atlanta, you know what I mean? And just scooping up all the extra money outside of the whole state of Georgia.
That's smart.
I.e. the same thing I'm doing in Ohio, going to Youngstown, stretching all the way down south to Cincinnati, heading over towards Erie, PA. It's like, man, it makes sense to really expand your horizons, you know what I mean, when you realize the opening that's there. You know what I mean? It's no bullseye when you got the entire bullseye or the entire dark border over there. You know what I mean? Everything is a bullseye. The red just got wider.
Yeah, no, listen. I'll say it's very, competitive when it comes down to being a real estate agent. You know what I'm saying? You got to be creative to get clientele. Versus if you, like you said, if you open yourself up to new opportunities as far as like being a home inspector, being a land surveyor. I can tell you right now, I don't have a surveyor
number.
Right, I don't have it in my phone. I got be like Mike, but I don't have a land surveyor.
Land surveyor.
Yeah, right. I don't have it in my phone. I didn't think about that. You know what I'm saying? Because you need that when you
buy the property and you want to see how far you can stretch, or when you buy the property, you want to know what's the lines, what's your property line, what you own.
What you own, exactly.
You don't want to spend $150,000 and not know what you own.
Exactly.
Like, that makes no sense.
You know, when you're trespassing on somebody's
Yeah.
stuff.
And you don't want somebody to tell
far.
you that's not really just the thing. It's not about ethnicity. It's more about if 93% of the community of the inspection industry is a certain color. they I mean, it's not even just a certain color. It's 93% are 50 plus white males. Not white females, not Japanese, Korean, Caucasian males are 93%. 50 plus Caucasian males are 93% of the home inspection industry. So if you ask me, that's a lot of room for error.
That's facts, though.
7% has to be on point. It's easy to push them out the door. You know what I mean? To discredit them. So the 7% have to be like at the top. And now when you realize that, like, wait a minute. That's why I'm right here with the great information for me, because I was able to tap into that small percentage of, you know what I'm saying, successful home inspectors. That's our color. And I was able to get the information, receive the information, convey the information, you know what I mean, and put the information out there for my people. That's all it's about, you know what I mean. I've been focusing on specifically that, man. Like making sure people get the right information on all aspects of the real estate industry, you know what I mean. From contractors to clients, out-of-state investors, realtors, brokers. If Ohio was not a licensed state or regulated state for home inspections, and we have 20 to 25 years of home inspection experience, we're a good avenue or education avenue to actually touch into, tap into. Seriously, it's a no-brainer.
Right.
It really is. It's really a no-brainer.
So let me ask my next question. So if someone's watching this right now, once again, I was reading this statistics that was saying not enough of the next generation of students are tapping into the trades. Not enough bricklayers, not enough carpenters, not enough plumbers. There's not enough across the board. And the sad part about it, what's making it, because not enough, people are either coming out of retirement or the jobs are now, the price point is getting higher because not enough people are able to do it, right? So the need is there, and I've
demand for sure is there.
Right, and I'll tell you in a heartbeat, school is not my stuff, but I'll learn, if I can go back, I'll probably learn a trade now, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, because I believe being a home inspector is like a trade, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not for sure in school, you know what I'm saying? Like, of course you learn this and that, but it's a trade, because that's so you can, even after you become old, you can still do it, you know what I'm saying?
Forever. Be a home inspector forever.
Exactly, right? So let's say somebody watching this right now, someone in high school, they're like, dang, I'm watching this episode, I want to be like Mike, you know what I'm saying? What advice would you give them to get started, to get where you're at? What advice would you give them?
My first advice would be, if you listen to the beginning of this podcast or the beginning of our show, it was for us to download or go to Internachi. Internachi was the only accredited education course for home inspection. Now they have Hondros College. They have a different education pieces that you can actually tap into to get formally educated. But I would still recommend Internachi. Then I would recommend, as opposed to going to the college course and paying $2,000, $2,500.
I pay that money.
I would go and pay the inspector that's licensed, as opposed to
That would be smart.
just make this understanding, man. You got colleges that are governed by a board of home inspectors, but the home inspection license was just implemented in July.
Whoa, I didn't know
So
that.
even us getting our license,
Damn,
We had to bypass the board that was unqualified. We had to bypass them. We had state representative contact about us. Every inspector of solid foundation, so we wouldn't have an issue applying for a license.
Wow.
Because they try to force us to go to Hondros, you know what I mean? But why go to Hondros when the actual
You already experienced. You've been doing it.
The instructors don't have licenses. They didn't have a
Instructors
state
don't-
license.
They're not even licensed. Right. How you gonna teach me something you ain't?
Come
Right.
on, no. So that's another reason to tap in, you know what I mean, to your community. I'm here. I ain't
Yeah, I
going
heard
nowhere. I'm here in South Euclid, man. I love the pull-up experience, man. I love what you guys got
And
going
he
on.
always on our page.
Man, I'm around. 'Cause I know about marketing. I learned about marketing from somebody that's uberly successful in business. You know what I mean? Greg Wynn, G Wynn, he the owner of Winners Auto, and he taught me about marketing. You know what I mean? I was with that guy every single day, watching him market his car lot business and his tent business and his detailing business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he was on the gram or on Facebook or some type of social media platform every day, all day, whenever he was free. And I seen that, and I put that into play once I began my business. You know what I mean? And it's been successful, man, because I'm able to be seen. The content, be commenting on you guys' pages. You know what I mean? That type of stuff. All that matters. Them real actions.
It's real action, exactly. That's a fact. We about to mess around and get this going whole episode, Mike, man, because we talk about that all day. Because that's something I preach all the time. Like, you got to market. I don't care if you don't feel good. You don't got to market. If you not market, nobody knows what you're doing.
Garfield 1, 2, 3. I used to hear that so much in my. It was like an old advertisement back in the day. I used to hear that like Garfield 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. I know that shit right now. And I know
Right.
Come on.
Let's get marketing though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
man. Come on, man. We could probably all shout out a commercial that we familiar with. We never use a service, but we familiar with it.
Right.
And that's what we gotta understand. Is familiarity is where the money is.
Absolutely.
Period.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. So okay. So you told us what to do, what we want to do right now. Okay, I got you. So we talked about your business as a whole. We talked about what it is like to be a home inspector.
Drone videos.
Drone video. Talk the drone video. Talk about you being a motivational speaker or whatnot. What else you got going on right now?
Man, full-time father, full-time husband.
That's
That's the next job after my profession. Full-time father, full-time husband, man, for sure. I got 2 little ones at the house. One that just turned 1, August 7th.
Oh, just
2
a
days
fresh
ago.
1 year old.
Yeah, fresh one. She just had a
God
1 year.
bless you, bro.
Then I got a 2-year-old, January 17th. Then that's January 17th, 2022 should be 3. 2023
Y'all
should be
playing no
3.
games, bro.
Stair steppers.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, then I got all the additional outside of the house. I got 3 more girls and a boy. So I got 5 girls and 1 boy altogether.
Oh yeah, that's what's up, bro.
Yeah, I got a blessed
Man, I will tip my hat to you, bro. Yeah. I know it ain't easy. I know it ain't easy, bro.
Easy.
I know it ain't
It's
easy.
not easy saying it. So, just to live it, man. It's like it is what it is. You know what I mean? You gotta just be. That's all. You can't try to be something specifically. You just gotta be, man. You gotta be, man. You gotta keep moving forward. You know what I mean? And making yourself a valuable resource so your family can pull from. As a man, that's the most important thing for me is to make myself a resource. You know what I mean? Minus the personal relationships, you know, the hugs that you gotta get from your parents, man. It's more important for me to become a resource than have that physical connection or that emotional connection. I know what I've lacked in life in comparison to the need of a companion or a parent was the resources. You know what I mean? That's what we lack in life is, you know what I'm saying, being able to touch into different resources. We don't have them. So the whole goal was, hey man, I didn't know my dad growing up, you know what I mean? But I'm not mad at him for me not knowing him. But I am a little disappointed that it wasn't no resources directly for me to tap into. But in retrospect, the family that I have through my father was a great resource.
Yeah.
So that's, you know what I mean, in hindsight, what I'm really trying to really say is that as long as it's some type of resourcefulness that you could build for your family,
Mhm.
that's that transferable wealth that we
That's
really
good.
focus on. Not generational wealth, but transferable wealth. Something that you
I like
actually can
that.
give to the next, as opposed to they got it, you built it for them. No, we're not building it for them.
Yeah.
That ain't what we doing. We're building it with them.
Yeah.
So we gotta know what's going on, man.
Because the entire generational wealth has been used so much to where it lost its meaning. and
For
whatnot.
sure, man. Because generational wealth is giving something to somebody. But me taking my son at 12 on the roof and have him actually knowing what installing the roof shingles is, or actually taking the magnet and cleaning up all the metal screws out of the person's yard, out of the client yard,
Mhm.
knowing what customer service is. You know what I mean? That was a transferable skill.
And
And you're gonna be able to take in any
Apply
industry
anywhere,
and apply
yeah.
anywhere. So that's more important than, you know what I mean? To me, that's more important than giving somebody something or a hug.
Mhm. That's good stuff. right there.
Mommy can give you the hug.
Right. Oh, listen, don't give me something negative. You know what's so crazy?
Unless mommy doing what I'm doing, and then grandma gotta give you the hug, because we working to make you a resource for you.
Yeah.
Period.
No, but seriously though, it
Other than that, man,
it definitely matters.
I ain't standing with the parents that's just putting their foot down just because. I'm gonna put my foot down about a real resource. That's the only thing that's important, man. Drink to that.
Now listen, bro. I was about to say, I wish I got it. I got it.
I ain't got nothing either to make you feel better. My water bigger.
So shoot, okay. And like I said, I want to give you a kudos, bro. 'Cause I know, and shout out to the mothers. You know what I'm saying? Let me make sure we shout out to the mothers. But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to speak for us one time. It's not easy being a dad. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely
It's not easy
not.
being a man. It's not easy being a father, especially.
Sure, I commend all my kids' moms. They are the greatest.
Yeah.
All of them. They are excellent moms. They take care of the kids. I don't have no funerals that I had to go to, so my kids are great. Them and God have been doing a great thing, you know what I mean?
That's a good respect
Working
to have, man.
to be the best resource possible that they can plug into. For sure.
Okay, so we talked about everything you got going on. So let me ask you this. So we talked about the past, we talked about the present. What's next up, bro? What's next up?
Next up would be hiring all, because we're assembling a team, a solid team coalition. So what we want to have for you guys, because realtors and out-of-state investors, clients, those are our people.
Yeah.
So what we want to have for you guys is a real solid source of contractors that's reliable, that you guys don't have to second guess. Because where are they?
That's
Let's
a real
at them
asset,
right
bro.
now. If we know where they at, let's
Yeah.
at them. Because we wanna be able to put a finger on these guys.
Yeah.
So I'm working to actually create a solid team coalition of complete contractors that actually, you know what I mean, are competent and actually able to perform, you know, duties in the right amount of time that people would need to be done. You know what I mean?
Good contractors are hard to
the most
find, bro.
important.
They're hard to find.
I've been a bad contractor before, so I totally can understand that. You know what I mean? And it was because of my lack of experience in contracting. You need a contractor to be a contractor. You hear me?
I ain't never
Most
heard that.
contractors don't have
Oh,
contracts,
contract.
so that makes it a con. We need the traction to make it, you know what I mean, official, man. So that's the whole thing, is having that traction, man.
Yeah.
That contract, that real paperwork documented that says what I'm going to be doing, my scope of work, the time frame. If you don't have that, then you really have no right to even talk to somebody about the work that they're doing.
So contractors, you know who to hit up, you know what I'm saying? Hit up Mike.
Contractors or realtors, you know what I mean? Because we basically oversee the contract. You know, we just want to make sure that the contractor is doing the proper job, because it's like, there's nothing against contractors, but it's a big but there though, because we have a non-bias in the inspection industry. If you buy the house or if you don't buy the house, I'm getting paid when I leave the inspection before I give you the report.
Yeah.
The contractor's getting paid after he does the work.
Yeah.
That's the only time, unless he does an estimate and get paid for the estimate. So when you're making a decision and you have somebody that's either not directly connected to the decision but has to make a give you insight on it, versus somebody that's directly connected to the decision that's going to profit off of these decisions, you know what I mean? It's just, you need to make a better, you know what I mean,
Right.
personnel understanding. You need to have people that's there that's not biased, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
An inspection company, it don't have to be solid foundation. Find an inspection company don't skip the inspection company, because the inspection company is going to secure your buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to secure the money that you're spending, and it's going to actually give somebody the authority to oversee the people that you're making a contract with.
Yeah.
You're making a contract with somebody, and you might not even, everybody not lawyers to understand what contracts mean.
Yeah.
So you need somebody to stand by you and be able to help you that's unbiased, that's going to get paid regardless.
And that's a real value to, like I said, I say investors.
Major value, man.
Because you can't be there. You gotta have somebody who's gonna be able to watch it. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
selling the property.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make money off the property.
Right.
The contractor is fixing the property.
Right.
You want to make money off the property.
Right.
I'm inspecting the property.
Right.
I'm gonna make money off the property.
Yeah.
Right.
So it just helps to put somebody in place.
Keep it accountable, man.
You would want me to be there for you because you want me to be able to tell the customer what's going on without, I gotta be able to walk them through off the ledge. I gotta be able to make sure that they understand that this isn't that serious.
Yeah.
As opposed to waterproofing company, you think they're gonna say that you don't need a waterproofing job? I'm gonna say that you need the gutters expanded. I need the gutters ran off the side, take them off the ground, run them 6 feet away, regrade the property, and pitch the grading away from the house. Now I just saved you $10,000 just because I didn't say, hey, you need waterproofing.
Right.
Because why would I be a waterproofing company and come in and say you don't need waterproofing when that's a good way to remedy that problem?
Right.
It's not the best way to remedy the problem.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's
But it's
a
a way to remedy it. And I'm a contractor, so why wouldn't I go ahead and tell you
Right.
how I can make some money?
Right.
Put somebody in place, man, that can help you out, man, for all inspection companies, you know what I mean? It's just something that, it's a safeguard for you as a realtor, as a property manager, and, you know what I mean, as an investor, in town, out of town, new home buyer. It's just it's a nice, you know what I mean, wall for you to place in between, partition for you to place in between you and the people that you have to pay. You want insurance, you know what I mean? That's giving you some insurance for sure.
Listen, like I said, you school and study and whatnot. You know, some good real stuff is like.
Great points.
I got a great mentor, man.
Listen.
Shout out to CJ.
Shout out to CJ. Hey, seriously, man.
Definitely.
For sure, because he gives the best live support that's available. You know what I mean? For sure. For me.
Okay, so we talked about that. All right, so these are staple questions of the show. Thanks to your true honest reaction. But so, what are 3 things you want somebody to take away from your interview tonight? Some things you might have said, some things you might not have said. What 3 things you want somebody to take away from your interview tonight?
3 things that I would want somebody to take away from tonight. Okay, the first thing would be seek knowledge and wisdom.
Hold on, because I don't think she understood that. What's the difference between knowledge and wisdom? So she don't mind.
Wisdom is the experience, and knowledge is the experience also. But knowledge has, it's basically learned experience versus taught. You know what I mean? Not taught, but it's learned experience versus
know when to use it. So knowledge will be like you are aware of what's happening, and then wisdom will be like just because I know what's happening, I know how to move best. Yeah,
using what you know to make the best decision.
What you say?
No, she definitely knows. No, there's no way she don't know. No, she knows.
Like knowing the tomatoes.
No, I'm gonna pull my hat on. She
Wisdom was
knows.
like not putting in the salad, fruit salad anyway.
Seriously, like, come on now. You know strawberries is good for you. Why you talking about you don't want them inside the salad and you eat strawberries?
I'm talking about tomatoes.
I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? Here we go. Bam. Knowledge versus wisdom.
No,
Thank you for the question. Now, if you let him finish. Smarty.
I'm the intelligent queen right here.
She alright. Don't pump her head up like that.
You know, because I would hate for it to be as big as his. We'd be stuck in here taking out the job.
Man, you guys, I can't believe you guys.
It gets on my nerves.
Man, you guys get true.
That's
We appreciate you. But, okay, so knowledge versus
knowledge and wisdom. Yeah, seek it.
Mm-hmm.
Seek the definitions of them. And seek knowledge and wisdom, because it's what's going to unlock you. You know what I mean? It's going to give you your truth that you're looking If you actually look for the knowledge and wisdom, it's gonna give you the truth that you're looking for.
Bomb dropping tonight, Mike.
No, it's definitely gonna do it, man, because you're gonna be able to identify with whatever your faults is. Because wherever you're getting that wisdom and knowledge from, they are gonna identify with what your problems are for sure, and you're gonna have to move forward from there. That's the whole thing. So yeah, seek knowledge and wisdom. That would be one thing. The next thing, for anybody that's looking to purchase a home or anybody that's looking to sell a home, I would definitely suggest that you get a home inspection, property inspection from Solid Foundations. I definitely would count that as my number 2. And number 3, what people could take from this is believe in yourself. Believe in yourself when nobody else believes in you. You know what I mean? Because why would you not? You know what I mean? You already got the best connection with you and God. Like, you think you're gonna take 6 billion people with God? Like, I want God still. Versus the 6 billion, like, I'm gonna work with God first. Like, and that's basically it, man. Like really tap into your higher power, man, yourself, you know what I mean, and really try to stay focused on yourself and believe in yourself, man. Search inward, you know what I mean, not outward for your answers, man. Seriously, man. I can't stop quoting the people that I learned from. This is a quote from Beyond Win, you know what I mean? Just search inside instead of outside, you know what I mean? And that's something that really resonated with me, man, because I was a person that looked outside for everything. Because I already felt like I knew myself. So I was looking for how to be a man from all these men, how to be a hustler from all these hustlers, how to be when I already got everything inside of me. I just needed to talk to God about unlocking the, you know what I'm saying, the qualities that I'm capable of, you know what I'm saying, capable of showing, you know what I mean?
That's good stuff right there, Mike, man.
Trying, man. I'm definitely trying. You definitely got to make an effort, an honest effort to try to be good.
Yeah.
It's not just going to happen. And when people, you might not have been a good person your whole life. I haven't been a good person my whole life, you know what I mean, that I could just stamp, like, he's been great. Because I know I've had qualities that, you know what I mean, sometimes I haven't been appealing to other people. You just gotta believe in yourself, you know what I mean? Tell yourself that you're good. Tell yourself, you know what I mean? If you say a lie too many times, you're gonna start believing it. It's gonna turn true. So you go ahead and believe in yourself, man, all year, because that's what's gonna work for you. Believing in yourself as opposed to believing in everything else that's out there that's been created by man. You've been created by God. So
that's good stuff, bro. Okay, and I got one last question. I'm probably done with this. You know what I'm saying? Because you were just looking with Nancy over there.
Oh, okay.
But so, and I probably should ask this beforehand, like get you ready, because I know sometimes I ask a question and throw everybody off a little bit. But this is something that I think we all should, entrepreneurs, business people should think about. But what do you want your legacy to be for you as an individual, and then for your businesses after you leave this earth?
Everything that I said, man, I want to create a resource, an everlasting resource for my family. Period. That's it.
Yeah, no, listen.
The whole purpose is to create a resource. You know what a resource is? You know, we got fossil fuels. I want to be a fossil fuel for my family. For my whole, for not just my family, but for anybody ever connected to me. Like, I need to be a fossil fuel. Like, you can always dig in, no matter if it's 200 years away, you know what I mean? You could tap into what I knew, you know what I mean, and learn from it. Period. Cheat code, like straight direction. Like, fast track to it. I've did the fast track. Like, I'm living, breathing, fast track Mike. Like, you can change that moniker to that, because I'm for sure jumped on the fast track and listened and applied the knowledge, and it worked. You know what I mean? And it was a different knowledge. It wasn't nothing that we was already familiar with up here, so it was easy for me to attach to it. Because I always like going against the grain anyway. You know what I mean? So for me to find something that other people wasn't familiar with and to be able to capitalize off of it, you know what I mean? And turn around and show, like, hey, I ain't a capitalist. Hey, I capitalized off this, but I'm not a capitalist. I'm here to help and show and not hoard information and give the information to my people. Because God gonna keep blessing me as much as I keep giving my jewels out, I'm gonna keep gaining them. They're gonna be growing in my back. Like, hey, okay then. got a ruby on my right shoulder. Yeah, like seriously, like that's what I live for, man. To make myself a resource.
That's good stuff, man. We appreciate you coming out today. I know you're a busy man. You know what I'm saying? I know, we know you.
We almost missed them.
Listen, y'all. Listen. Y'all don't know, dude. We trying to get Mike on the show for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, God is good. You know what I'm saying? They have more reason.
It's great, man.
And we got him on the show, man.
Yeah, we got to be on the show on a milestone day.
Yeah. Listen.
Milestone
We'll get into that in a minute. You know what I'm saying? But where can people reach you, Mike? Because by the way, we'll have all the show notes. We can reach Mike on Instagram. We'll have any other information. But where can people reach you?
Cleveland Home Inspector, Cleveland_Home Inspector on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Mikey Vaden on Facebook. Cleveland Inspect on TikTok, and you can call me 216-699-5236, or you can find us at www.solidfoundationinspections.com.
We'll have all the show notes, guys. All the show notes. So, I mean, listen, we appreciate you, like I said, man. We appreciate you coming on the show, and like I said, I want to get followed while you're here, bro. You have the support us from the beginning. Like, from reposting us to everything. And like I said, and that goes to show, that's a lesson in marketing right there, you know what I'm saying? Because Mike will post, and I'm like, man, I got to do it right back, you know what I'm saying? And I already posted Mike, you know what I'm saying? And it just came a constant thing of just showing love to each other, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, it comes right back to you, you know what I'm saying? And now you're here on the show, you know what I'm saying? So you don't get no better than that, you know? So take that lesson right there, guys.
And I got an inspection with them coming up on Saturday, man.
Listen.
Had nothing to do with the show.
Listen. That's networking, you know what I'm
Man,
saying?
for sure. That's the whole purpose, man. Seriously, man.
So don't dismiss that, guys. Don't dismiss that. So we got to pay a couple bills. You know what I'm saying?
Pay some bills.
Come on, Joe Killer. Come on.
Me. Oh, it's on me though. Okay, I'm paying the bills. With two grown men here. No.
That's right.
Oh no! You would not be paying no bills on mine. Watch. Contact my wife. She don't pay no bills.
We definitely want to shout out our sponsors, y'all. The people who make these episodes possible. Today, this special episode has been sponsored by CJ Solid Foundations Home Inspection. So if you guys are in the DMV area, if you are in Cleveland, if you are even in Atlanta or looking to get into the franchise industry, get your home inspected, get your property inspected, get a property evaluation after the fact, these are people you definitely need to contact. Again, all information will be listed in the show notes below.
Absolutely.
On top of that, once you get your own inspection or somewhere in that process, you might be looking out for my bro, not your average agent. Now, if you guys are looking to buy or sell a home or even get your credit together so you can do one or the other, this is the man you definitely need to talk to, not your average agent. I'm about to go get some quesadillas. He bought some. Little do he know. No, but I'm just kidding, y'all. Y'all know he is on a quest for 100 homeowners in Cleveland and making that happen. He isn't looking for the cookie cutter perfect person to go ahead and buy these homes. So even if you are not as perfect as you see yourself yet, he's going to help you through that process. He's going to answer the phone when you call. He's going to help explain different concepts to you. And he's going to make sure that you are on the right track and with the right hands. On top of that, y'all see the teal walls. Y'all know exactly where I'm at. Shout out to 2U Wines, 4425 Mayfield Road, South Euclid, Ohio, 44121. Make sure y'all pull up on us. Now, they are open Thursdays through Sundays. Sunday even do brunch. Make sure you guys come get a bottle. Come have a tasting. Do something different for date night. Or, if you're like me and you just need a bottle off the top, make sure y'all save me one of the black caps. I love Beneficial Bay Cabernet. But everything is great. 14% alcohol, so take your time and drink responsibly. Because it gets lit over here. 4425 Mayfield Road. That's 2U Wines. Make sure you guys come and tell them the Pull Up Experience sent you. Behind the camera, we would be remiss if we did not shout out our families.
Yes.
The first one we definitely want to get y'all hip to our Alien Eyes photos for event photography. Yes. Making sure that you are making sure that all of your events are actually commemorated, right? We definitely want to make sure that this is the person you reach out to. He's going to make, if I say make sure one more time, y'all kill me. But he is going to be the one.
You said not me.
He's going to be the one to get all of those moments that you definitely
Absolutely.
want captured with all of your special friends doing all your special time. So event photography, reach out to Alien Eyes. That's eyes with a Z. Photos, all of the photos are out of this world. On top of that, we've got Where's Arlo. Shout out to our girl Angie. She is our human drone, because before Mike was pulling up with his drone camera, Angie was the one climbing the sand dunes, crossing over the freeway, jumping on top of the ceilings and the roofs, and getting that picture. So if you are looking for Vogue-like photography or editorial style shoots, she's definitely the one that you definitely want to reach out to. On top of that, y'all, we got Kanisha with All Occasions. And Steve might capture the moment, but Kanisha makes the moment.
Absolutely.
So whether you just need tables and chairs, or you want to spice it up and get some marquee letters or anything like that, you guys see her all up and down our page during all of our occasions. She definitely makes it a memorable experience. Make sure that y'all reach out to All Occasions 216 on Instagram. Or you guys can pull up to them on Broadway Avenue in Maple Heights, Ohio. Make sure that you guys let her know the pull-up experience with you, because we love her, obviously. And when we have our events, you all back up. Make sure y'all coordinate y'all time, delivery, and pickup around ours, please and thank you. Speaking of gang, I'm back. So I'm going to shout myself out. I'm Beneficial Bay, y'all. If you guys are looking to build your business organically and not spend a whole lot of money on ads, make sure you reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. We're going to continue to grow and build businesses. Make sure your marketing is together, as well as your business strategy as a whole, so you can get an ROI, or return on investment. If you forgot what that meant, make sure you rewind this tape back and catch it again, because we've been dropping some gems. Mike really hooked us up tonight. On top of that, we got one last one we would not do well with if we did not tell y'all about. Shout out to Social Master. They were actually our very first sponsors when it came to making sure the pull-up experience was able to monetize and do some great things. Social Master, you guys know how it is when you have a paper business card or paper flyers. Well, everybody takes them with the best intentions to actually hit you up, and for whatever reason they get lost, stuck off in our sun visors, in the bottom of our purses, in the bottom of the wallet, or crumpled up. And I swear we promise we be meaning to hit y'all up, but life just started life and it gets in the way. So Social Master is something a little different. First of all, it's like the magic thing, so you can hit it with the abracadabra, a little razzle dazzle. You pull out this credit card type of business card that has a QR code on there. They scan it with their phones. It links everything from your social media accounts to your website, your physical address, your web address or email address. All ways to pay you, including PayPal, Venmo, Cash App if you need it. They can save all your contact information right then and there. And if life start life and they walk away during that transaction, the next time they go to Google or say, okay Siri, can you tell me about XYZ? Your information is going to pop up first, because your tab is still going to be open. Make sure you guys click the link in the description box below, take 20% off, and let them know the pull-up experience sent you, as always. Did I miss anybody?
No, but I do want to talk about a couple of events we got coming up, y'all. Y'all already know, we back.
We back,
y'all. Sweetest Day, we at the 4. Details to be announced, but no, we are back at Dating Gang. So if you are single, entrepreneur in the city, come hit us up. You know what I'm saying? We're doing it bigger and better. Y'all was out there for Valentine's Day. Now know Sweetest Day, we're doing it bigger and better. You know what I'm saying?
We are putting y'all on. And even if you are not single, but you are looking for a fun date night for you and your spouse, or you and your little boo thing for Sweetest Day, come through and holla at us. Y'all know we gonna keep y'all entertained if nothing else. But it's a whole vibe, and we gonna be there. The whole team gonna be there. It's gonna be a whole mix.
You gonna miss it?
I'm trying to pull up, man.
Pull up,
They need husband and wife to pull up in
That's
there.
right.
Yes,
Bro. That's what they're trying to go ahead and be.
Exactly.
They need some experience, man.
It's a great way to network. If you guys are all there looking like, dang, how can I get in touch with Mike? Of course, you guys can hit the description box below, but pull up to some of our events. You never know who will be in the room, and being in the right room is more important than anything these days. Nice and safe and something fun and different.
Something fun and different. Yeah, because I know the pull-up experience. That's what we do. We bring y'all events that are creative, entertaining, And once again, we got to think about our whole premise. We hitting up entrepreneurs. So what better way to meet entrepreneurs is a game actually dedicated to entrepreneurs and whatnot. So if you're single in this city who's an entrepreneur, you want to date somebody who understands what it's like to be an entrepreneur, the late nights, those time away and whatnot, understand that, come to the day game. Go ahead, put your DM us, say, I want to be on the game. You know what I'm saying? Ladies, you know what I'm saying? Fellas, hit us up and whatnot. Last but not least, y'all, we cannot thank y'all enough. I want to tell you, we cannot,
Thank you.
We just found out today we are monetized, y'all. We're making that moolah from YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Thank
Shout
y'all.
out to our YouTube.
Shout out to y'all for watching every week, coming and showing up every week. Y'all let us know we doing something right. You know what I'm saying? We got breakthrough like Mike come on, talk to y'all every week. So it's like what we doing out of day. You know what I'm saying? People watching it, people are getting knowledge from it, and we cannot thank y'all enough. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. Y'all are a real MVP.
Shout out to Cleveland for supporting Cleveland.
You know what?
Yeah.
Facts.
Shout out to Cleveland for supporting Cleveland.
Exactly. Facts.
It's a new day.
That's a fact.
For
You know
sure.
what I'm
We
saying?
gotta change that.
You ain't never
Shout out to
lied.
Cleveland.
That's the whole point of what we doing here, Mike.
Right. Here we see Cleveland supporting Cleveland because
That's
Cleveland
right.
was supporting Cleveland.
That's
Absolutely.
fact.
Absolutely.
That's fact. You know what I'm saying? So we,
That's
like I
how it
said,
goes.
we can't thank y'all enough, y'all. So this is episode 68.
68.
68.
Ooh, we
Yeah.
rolling.
Fire,
y'all.
man.
You know what I'm
68
saying?
episodes.
68.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
This is the episode, you know what I'm saying? So we thank y'all. We can't thank y'all enough. And once again, we'll be next week. Maybe Marquis will be here next week.
I'm gonna be here. I don't leave till Thursday.
Oh, you out?
Oh,
You gotta
I'm
go.
jumping
Oh,
on
you
a
for
plane.
jumping on.
I'm getting up out of here. But I'll be here Tuesday, y'all.
But we can't thank y'all enough, y'all. So we'll see y'all next week. Until then, peace, y'all.
Bye.
You got that? Boom. Fire.
That was good.
Come on. What's on my laptop? You broke my laptop.
Oh, did I ever push start?